Hi, I'm Tina Hensey. Today I decided to do something slightly different than we normally do here on Heart Matter. I gave my friend Sarah an Akashic Records reading. With her permission, I'm excited to share our experience with you all. So enjoy the energy. Welcome to Heart Matter, a podcast about purpose and connection. I am Tina Hensey. I'm an Akashic Records practitioner, medium, and your host. I hope you enjoy today's episode. Records from myself for our friend Sarah today. And I've already opened the records for her. So the records are now open. And this is her individual records only. And we've invited in her guides and angels and healed ancestors and any past lives that need to be healed. So I'm just going to take a look. I'm really clairaudient and I can see things too and feel. So I'm totally in channeling mode right now. So I'm just going to repeat what they're saying and also tell you what I see and feel in your records. So
Okay.
Give me just 1 second. Let me just take a let me take a look around with my eyes closed.
Okay.
See. And if you see me looking down, like I'm writing notes too. Sometimes I like to write notes, and
Okay.
sometimes the information comes really fast. So mhm. So is your father's father crossed over?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's here. So he
Oh,
just wanted to say hi. He's pointing to your father. Your father's alive, yes?
yes.
Yeah. So you're going to see me looking around the room. That's kind of like where they're standing.
Okay.
So he's coming through. He's in your records. He's a nice guy. He's telling me that he's holding your dad's hand right now through some stuff that he might be going through emotionally. And your dad is not the type of person to like express his feelings like
Mm-hmm.
completely. It feels like he stuffs things down sometimes, and so he says everything's fine. He doesn't want people to worry. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Well, he is fine. He's strong, but I just want to hold his hand through this right now, and I just want to make sure that he knows that I'm here. And if you want to relay that message, you can if you want to.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he's not speaking English. Does he speak another language? Okay.
Spanish. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay. So, and I don't understand Spanish, but I mean some of it, but it returns to me in my third eye and like kind of I get it in English. So, but I can tell that he's not speaking the words in English. So,
Mm-hmm.
and what is his name?
Luis.
Hi, Louise.
Mm-hmm.
Said, oh, you're so nice. That's why he's like, okay. So
Oh.
it's just like really like we're sitting around having a conversation. So he's so proud of you. He wants you to know that.
Oh.
He feels like he left too soon. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Like he would have died
Yeah.
like before, like he didn't die of old age. It didn't feel like,
Yeah.
Okay. So he says, I'm sorry that I left. And he's showing me five children or five. Do you
5
know?
kids.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So he says, I am proud of all of my family. I love them so much. That's what he says in Spanish. Okay. Did he live somewhere else too? Where did he live? Did he live in Mexico or did he live?
He did.
Oh,
Yeah. He did live in
because
Mexico.
he's showing me his house there. He says he loved
Okay.
his house. He
Oh.
loved his home and he's looking out and he had a lot of like nice scenery. Like he says
Okay.
it looked like I had a porch and I would look out every day and be very grateful for God giving me this life. And
Oh.
he just has a lot of faith too. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's really connected. So when he crossed, it was very fast. Like he didn't have any trouble. Like he believed in God. He believed in the other side. He believed he was going somewhere safe, and
Safe.
he crossed over the other side. His mother greeted him. He wants you to know that too.
Oh.
So
Oh.
yeah, she's there. Hi. So I don't know if you have any pictures of her, but I'm showing like short, like white hair almost, like or do you?
Of my great grandma, or I don't have any of her. I don't know what.
You might find it later.
I
And
have to ask my dad. Yeah.
yeah, so she's showing me like she felt a lot of pride in the way she looked and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah, she's like a lady. She's like, that's how a lady should be.
oh,
Um, but she watches over you, and even though you didn't know her, she's very present in your lives. So she's passing
wow.
down all this feminine energy to you and your girls. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 1 second. Okay. All right. Okay. So he said, let's go to the other side now. He said, I know she's been waiting to talk. I do believe that she's been following me around the last couple days because she knew you were coming. But it looks like on your mother's side, it looks like is your mom's mom crossed? Your grandma? Oh, she's here. She's been following me. I want you to talk to. I want to talk to you. And I sat down to have dinner with Luke last night, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Well, this woman is following me around. I think she wants to talk to me." He goes, "Where is she standing?" And I'm like, "No, she's really kind, and she just really and she's showing me a rosary. Are you Catholic or?"
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so she's showing me a rosary and she's holding it in her hand. She says, "Just feel it, and you'll think of me. I'm here, always with you." And
I
she's
got this rosary bracelet when she
oh
passed,
oh
and I do. I wear it every day.
that's that's probably what she's talking about. Okay. So she says, she's funny. She's funny. So she said, I helped her pick it out. I hope she knows that. Like she says that, this was oh yeah. Okay. People don't choose to be the matriarch of their own family, but it does feel like she was that.
That's what she was,
Yeah.
yeah.
And she says that she's so sorry she left. She knew that everyone would be just fine without her. She says that like she misses that like feeling of like just watching everybody and enjoying her family and everything. But it was a real loss, a true loss to everyone, not just you. And
Yeah,
she knows that. And she says, that is the price of love. That's what she said. And so I love you. I will always love you. And if you'd like, I can greet you when you cross someday. She said, you call her
yeah.
something else, though. You call her, oh, 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 I want to go, oh, oh,
We call her Mama Tuzi.
oh, okay. I was like, what?
Her name's Cruzita, which is cruise in Spanish, but the kids could never say Cruz, Grandma Cruzy or Grandma Cruz, so my girls call her Mama Tuzi.
Okay, that makes sense. So I was like, why is she not grandma? I was like, I don't feel like
Yeah, no, we don't call her Grandma.
I was like, oh, and I was about to say, oh, no, but that was nothing close to it. Oh, okay, so she's Grandma Tuesday, yeah. So, oh, yeah. Okay, 1 second. Um, Now your mom and dad are still together, right? I said,
No, they're not. They're
oh, oh
divorced.
my God, I kind of knew that. It's funny. I wanted to say they're sometimes, like I see them standing apart, like their energy. So, but yeah, your mom now she's with someone else though, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that was all right. So that was like a better match for her. Do you understand
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
that? But I'm going to say something so weird. I don't know why she's telling me this. It's just like we're sitting around having tea. Okay. It's not like,
Yeah.
anything. Sometimes it's not really that much importance. But she is saying like, yeah, you want people to stay together forever. And sometimes you have to take that brave step. And she said she did that. It was more like her choice. Does that make sense?
Hmm. Hmm.
And she is a brave woman because she's my daughter. That's what she said. She's
Hmm.
my daughter. And the rest of her life is going to be quite more on the relaxing side than it was as her younger years were. This is sort of like her reward for being through so much. Do you understand?
Okay.
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 There's a lot that she holds in too, but she is strong and she yeah, she says she doesn't have a problem expressing herself though, your mom.
Hmm. No.
Okay. So, yeah. Oh, she says she's going to live longer because of it, because of it.
Okay. That's good.
she, she says that I'm so proud of you guys too. Yeah. She's throwing out a Christmas table for me, like a whole spread of like stuff. And she says, that is the stuff that I miss. I miss like the holiday spirit, the Christmas of Jesus, and I mean Jesus
Hmm.
and all that, like this
Hmm.
whole gathering of everyone, right? Like, and she says, yeah. So it does feel like her celebration of life was very almost like down to the detail, like really planned out. And she just said that she just enjoyed all of it. She loved
Oh,
everything, especially down to the flowers. There's a particular flower. Yeah. Do you understand? Okay. Do you want to tell me about it? I know. Sorry.
no, no, it's okay. It's just,
Oh,
it's so crazy, yeah. Because I got the flowers for her. I arranged the arrangements and everything, and I was very specific with what we wanted because I love her so much and I wanted them to be nice. So that means a lot that she acknowledged that.
yeah, that she
Sorry, Tina.
well, it's great that you're crying. You know, that's right. That's the price of love. And I'm so sorry that you lost her. Um it's it's easy for me to see how painful that was for you to lose her because she's so wonderful. I can see it in the
She
inside.
is, yeah.
Yeah, I can really feel her. Um, and her warmth and her wisdom and her faith and her kindness and her doing the right thing. That's what she really wants me to say. Like, you always do the right thing. You don't want to, but you always gonna do it.
Oh,
That's her. That's her saying, like, that's who I was at the core. Like,
that was, yeah.
um, okay. So she's kind of going into your life now, and the records are kind of agreeing that we're going to talk about you now, if that's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a lot of question marks over your head, like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? And she said, go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to step back. You can stay here. Yeah. Everyone's here, but it's like, so mhm. I'm just listening to the guides, um, your guides, what they're saying. Um, you have spirit guides that are very artistic, actually.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
cool.
you're like music and art and like dancing and just feels so like like a free bird, you know? And they're encouraging you to take up more space in your life for that. That there's been a feeling of I'm just like looking at you and you're like looking out and you've got all this chaos and stuff going on and then you're just like, why can't I be there? I want to be somewhere else than I am now. I'm bored. I don't have the motivation of starting all over. Um, I feel like this does have to do with your career. Um, it feels like the joy and passion is getting kind of put on the back burner,
Mhm.
and they want you to start working on filling those parts of you up again. And it's weird. I never pick stones to like sit with when I'm in a reading, but now I
Mhm.
know why. I picked this bracelet and I was like, why am I picking this bracelet? This is a carnelian bracelet and it has
Uh-huh.
everything to do with joy and passion and
Really?
action and motivation. Yeah. So I feel
That's
like
so
this
cool.
might be a, a good stone for you to just embrace. It's your sacral chakra right below your belly button. It's called carnelian. It's just a wonderful stone, and it never has to be cleansed. Your guides are like, yes, yes, yes. They're telling
Okay.
you over and over. Okay, so do you want me to keep going about this? I just want to make sure you're feeling
Yeah, yeah.
good about me
I'm good.
continuing.
Hmm.
Okay, good. Because they have a lot to say about this part.
Okay.
So there's several factors, like they're putting like bullet points in the sky. Like there's this factor of a little bit of fear here. There's a little bit of like anxiety that comes with like
Hmm.
thinking about changing careers, and then there's a little bit about like, can I do it and can I go back if I can't do it, you know?
Yeah.
These things kind of cross and run through your mind all the time. And I just feel a lot of like hustle. There's a lot of hustle and there's not a lot of like being still. And it's not even like you can be. It just feels like everything outside circumstances are holding you back from, like, you're getting further and further away from your core and yourself and like what you
Hmm.
want. And, I know you, I see you a lot. You're a joyful person to me. I feel like that's who you are, but I can see you, um, in your records almost like, um, I wouldn't use the word like, so it's so dramatic to say that you're drowning really, but it does feel like you're getting further away, like you're getting further and further away from the only island that you can see. Like, like you're like, I want that island, I want that, but I don't know how to like swim towards it when the wind is pushing me this way. And also, oh, okay. So your guides from the records, I call them the masters, teachers, loved ones of your records because they're like kind of the overseer and the keepers of just
Okay.
you, like their biggest cheerleaders for you. And they're saying like you're too hard on yourself. They're saying
Mm.
like you have this internal battle going on. Like, I don't know if I can do it. Like, I know I'm very capable of doing lots of things and I can do things that I'm scared of, but there's going to be a point where you're like, it's okay if I don't know everything about where I'm going. And oh, for some reason they're drawing like, I get a lot of metaphors. They're drawing like a line in the sand and they're saying like, look, I have to set this boundary for myself if I'm going to move forward. So
Okay.
if there has anything to do with you and somebody else, it feels like a loving boundary has to be created in order for you to move forward with whatever endeavor you like to go forward. It's probably the artsy side of you, but they said that you have both. So you have a very brainiac, like you're super smart and logical, but you also are blessed with this like incredible talent of just being creative and just knowing what to do next, and you do it a lot by feeling. Does that make
Okay. Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
I hope that resonates with you, right? Like that
It does.
feels
Yeah.
inside
Yeah.
your body. You can feel it in your body and you're like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what we're going to do. That's what. And
Yeah.
you're like in a like a almost like a business mode, but you're like, no, you're like accessing a creative part of yourself to pull it out and know, yeah, yeah, yeah. Some artists are like, oh, no, no, what,
All of,
you're
yeah.
that. You're like, no, this is like, and I'm going to use my logical, and I'm going to use my left side and my right side of my brain, and you have been very blessed with both of them and a complete utter
Oh,
balance. But right now, it's just it feels um it doesn't feel incomplete. It just feels like it's resting, sort of.
okay.
And you're going to start to feel this passion and this joy again when you access that part of yourself again. And when
Okay.
you can just dabble in it if you haven't already, and it will make you want to do more. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Mm.
a few things that you're going to learn too. Like, I don't know if you have to take a class or something. It feels very like learn like a schoolish. It feels like a learning
Okay.
curve of some kind, but
Okay.
it's something that you're interested in. And in in regards to whatever like it is. So, do you have any questions about this before I stop talking? I mean, I talk a lot in the beginning. Sorry.
No, no, you're good. How will I know if I'm going the right direction?
Okay, so that's a great question for the records. Let me ask and tune in here. How'll she know if she's going in the right direction? Okay, they're funny. It's like everybody's guides are almost like similar personalities to the person I'm
Okay.
reading. So they're like, here, like I saw like a hiking trail, and they're like,
Okay.
here, we're gonna give you the path, and that's how you'll know. So you're not really gonna have to go looking for it.
Okay.
Um, and if you want to talk about um like, I know I've told you this before, but I'm going to say it on record that I'm going to say I feel like as the energy is right now, in a few months, I would say 3, that you're going to start to feel the shift of like, I'm going to move this like energy around to see what that feels like for me
Okay.
without totally quitting what you're doing now. And it's going to start moving, and the energy is already moving because we're in the records. But like I said, with the psychicness, it's like, it's not a psychic reading, but you can feel the stuff moving when you're talking about it, like,
Okay.
and that's always something that you have free will to do or not.
Okay.
But if you like to, in this moment, open your mind up to invite it in and know that you're worth every single minute of that joy, and worth,
Oh,
and that you will, that's a lot of your self-worth that you're going to have to really like address at that time.
okay.
It seems like for your own growth. Like, there's a reason that you haven't accessed it fully yet, because we're not only accessing our joy, but to get through that and be in that joy, there is a piece to that that shows us, or shows you, because we're in your records, that you're really going to have to look at yourself and say, self, what am I worth? Do I want to share this piece with other people, or do I want to just do it on my own? Or, self, what do you want? Like, what do you
Okay.
really want? And like, they're telling me, do not limit yourself. They're really saying, like, you have limited yourself in the past, and you know this. And they said, now is not the time that you're going to go, dee, 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 like put your little toes in the pool, and you're like, and then all of a sudden stuff's gonna start moving really quickly.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
um I mean, once you kind of decide, it's gonna be like like, and
Fast.
yeah.
Okay.
So this, I always say, this kind of a reading happens just at the perfect time in people's lives, because by the time they get here and decide to do this type of a reading, that they're really ready for change and transition. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, see if there's anything else with that. You know what I'm talking about, right? Does this all
Yeah.
resonate?
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It really does.
Okay. Yeah. And so they're also, the angels are talking to me now, and they're like, oh, ask us for help, please. Count on us, rely on us for every little thing. If I need to
Okay.
help, angels help me to motivate me to write my list of what I'm going to do for this, and the goals I have for this before I begin, and know that those goals can change, right? But at least
Okay.
I have some kind of a guide of like what that looks like, and pretend that you're already doing it, like.
Okay.
And then there's a little bit of travel that comes with that too.
Okay.
Okay, and that's exciting to you.
Yeah, that's fun.
Also, I do there's so much, everybody's records are different. They feel different, they look different, and even my own records, sometimes I'll go in myself for my own records, and I'm like, oh, that changed from last time, that feels different, oh, that looks different. Like, it's like the furniture's been moved around or something.
Moved around.
Yeah, so you're, as of today, there's a lot of duality in your records, like left and right. It's like the balance. It's like always finding that balance. And that's, if it's like, if I could find a theme for you, that's what it would be. Like the balance and
Okay.
harmony of like how to do it all with ease and grace. Do you understand?
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
I have been struggling with that a little bit.
there's a lot of pressure on yourself from outside circumstances, and also then you put the pressure on yourself, like, I've got to do it, I've got to get it done, I've got to do it right, and I don't want to, jip myself, and I don't want to jip anybody else, but I have a lot on my plate. Like, that's how I feel,
Yeah.
like when you try to catch your breath, you're like,
Yeah.
it's like, that's anxiety,
Hmm.
and they want you to know that, they want you to just drink a lot of water. That's like the one thing that I feel like you could really benefit from more.
Okay.
And I know, like, and they're writing in the sky. Like sometimes they write words for me, like in the sky,
Hmm.
and they're saying like start with the basics, and that's like water and breath, like just
Okay.
being
Breathe.
present with your breath
Yeah.
because there's so much going on, And when I was talking about the duality in your records, I was also seeing like, this is what I was going to say. I see like the ocean, how you're just like, oh, I love the ocean. I love being there. And then I see the desert. Like, I really appreciate the desert too, like it
Hmm.
has to
Hmm.
offer. And there's two opposite places that can bring the same feelings, right?
That's so crazy. I just told my friend we have to go to I forget, Joshua Tree.
Oh, yeah, that feels right. Yeah, yeah, you should go there. Um, you know, okay, so I'm hearing like what they're sharing with me is that you didn't really think of that. Like you're listening to your intuition because they're saying, "Hey, we want you to go here. We want to guide you here," and something
Okay.
take place there where you feel like you have an aha moment, like you pull on the light bulb, right? And
Okay.
so the sooner the better.
Okay. Okay.
If you're ready, and don't force anything. And the thing is, and the goal is just to find grace with everything and just let it kind of come to you because they said you're not going to have to go look for it. It's going to, like, we're going to give you the path. That's it. And you're going to start
Okay.
getting little signs here and there. And you can ask your angels to, like, give me some more signs. Give me the sign of
Okay.
like what to do next. And you'll get it because you're very receptive too of like all the signs around you. Um, some people aren't. Some people just, oh, I go through life like I have to be knocked over to see
Hmm.
the sign.
To realize.
Yeah, and you don't. You
Okay.
really see the signs of like, well, that was kind of weird. Like that was a coincidence. Like I'm going to pay attention to that, and so that's really helpful in
Okay.
people's journeys when you're really that aware of like the other side. Any questions so far?
No, it's just it's things are like clicking and it's crazy.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
and you're going to feel, you might feel a little thirsty. Make sure you
I
drink.
do. I feel so thirsty. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have water? Do you want to go get some water?
I do. I'm almost, yeah, I do have some still.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, good. So yeah, I mean, that's because we're healing so much and like we're having a simple conversation, but it's really like it's getting deep and it's
Hmm.
they're addressing. They don't like mess around here in the records. They just
Yeah.
get right to it, right?
Right.
And so now there's it feels like somebody who either is not related to you or a cousin, like a distant relative that came through that is sort of someone who died before their time, like someone who died before their time, meaning that they died young, and I feel like a male, somebody who may have died tragically.
Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about? Someone close to you or your husband?
No, nobody comes to mind
It could
right off the bat.
may not have had to been recent.
Okay.
I feel like what's your husband's name?
Eduardo.
Oh, okay. I think it's someone with him.
Okay.
Either his friend or his cousin or someone young. Like,
He
um,
did lose a cousin in a car accident
oh,
when he was young.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Do you know his name? You don't know his name.
I don't know his
That's
name.
okay. No, it's okay. It would have been like almost instant. And if not,
Okay.
it would have been like he would have died the next day or something like that. Like
Okay.
something like that happened. Anyway, he came through. I um and he said aunt, so that means my mom. So that's he's describing the relationship. So he said my mom is sister with like he that's his aunt,
Okay.
and his sister is related to his mom or dad.
Okay.
I can't tell, but
Okay.
he's saying I'm having fun. I just want you to know I'm
Okay.
having fun.
Okay.
He's like this. He's like, hey, 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 I'm having fun. Okay.
Okay.
And he's like showing me the number 9. So for some reason, and maybe that means something to them, you may not know, but maybe you can pass the information on because it
Yeah,
seemed like he
I
really
will.
through 9 or 19. Do you know how old he was? I don't know if that, but
I think he might have been 19.
okay. Um, yeah, I'm okay, he said. Oh, I'm having so much fun. You never realize he actually was happy when he died too. It wasn't like,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, he said he's so sorry for his mother. Yeah, most of all. All right. Anything else? Any questions? Any questions at all that you came in with that you want to ask?
Um, I just want to know if you could give me some insight on Olivia or how I could help her.
Okay. And how old is she? 7 or?
7.
Oh, she's 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And whew. Okay, let me just take a look really quick, okay?
Okay.
Um I'm seeing a lot of information come in. Hmm. Okay, one second. How can she help her daughter Olivia? I'm not getting a detailed question, but I feel like it has to do with anxiety. Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's a few things. Woo. Okay. Um um this is her easy life, okay?
Okay.
So this is a life that she decided to come because she wants to be nurtured and loved, but she also it's very important for her to make a difference in life. She wants to make her mark on this planet. Like she wants to
Okay.
make a difference. And when I say difference, if she wants to make a difference, that means she wants to um she's very much about, like, I see the scales, so I feel like truth and justice, right? And they're saying that well, the images that I was seeing was two different past lives that came up for her, and one of them you were there. Um it looks like that she was adopted in another lifetime, and her parents were like kind of like almost like reckless, and
Okay.
she was a teenager and she got into a terrible car accident off the cliff in a car. I do believe that she was a boy in that life, um,
Okay.
but it almost felt like she walked around that life like she was alone. Like she was,
Okay.
there's a lot of loneliness that she felt in that life. It's really good to understand our kids, especially if they're going through something, because then we can help them through it
Mm-hmm.
and understand where they're coming from and really explain, like, hey, that's not this life anymore. And if they remember, and if they don't remember, then you can always ask questions, like or you can, like, my favorite thing to do is just like to give them like a blank piece of paper and have them color, or
Color draw.
yeah, what
Okay.
scares you or what doesn't scare, what makes you happy, and the best thing that you can think of, what would it be, and like draw it out, or just think of something what's in your brain and draw it,
Okay.
my son did that, and he drew a house that he used to live in his past life, and that
Oh,
was,
wow.
yeah, really amazing, because he described it to me when he was 3, but then now he's 9, so I understood it now. So so there's a lot around um not belonging, like feeling like she doesn't belong. She wants to
Okay.
belong,
Yeah.
because of the adoption, and it was so almost like I got dropped into this family, not in this life, but I got dropped into this family, and I just don't feel related to them, and I'm not related to them, and I just don't relate, and I can't make friends, and I'm a different color than them, and it really just all about it felt like I couldn't belong, and I want to fit in. So including her in conversations and including her, and
Yeah.
her voice is very important to her, to be heard, to be seen, more so than other children. So it's really
Yeah.
important. Okay. And then I saw a prison. So I saw like the barbed wire.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked and they said it was a prison. I said, is it a camp? And they said, no, it's like a prison. So there's something there. Let me ask them. Yeah, it just feels like she's trapped in there. Um,
Okay.
she was. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hmm. It was not in this country, but it was another country. She was wrongfully accused of something that she didn't do.
Wow.
This is extremely important to know because when I saw those scales, it almost feels like she's so passionate about the truth and the details of the truth that it's um it's affected her even in this life. That she has to know the truth. She has to know that what she's saying is the truth. And chances are you're not going to catch this girl lying about anything.
No.
I mean, I'm not even, I'm going into her teenage years and she's like, nope, I'm never going to lie because this, it makes me teary eyed because I can really feel the impact that it had on her, that
Wow.
this was her new home in jail for being wrongly accused.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense. When she could barely talk, she said she wanted to be a lawyer when she grows up, and she was like 3 years old. And we're like, how do you even know what that is? It's crazy.
Yeah, they know. And that energy carries with us. It doesn't matter if it's the body or not. And it's like sometimes you have unexplained pain in your body. It's something to look at,
Hmm.
especially when you go to several doctors. Like I've had parents where they take their kid several doctors. They can't figure out what's going on with this kid's elbow. There's nothing wrong. Why is there pain? And then when we go into the past life with them, especially if they're over 18, I'll take them and we'll do it together. Um, and like their arm got amputated or something happened with their arm. And when we go in and heal that past life, then the pain sort of starts disappearing.
Wow.
So she's going to really make something of herself here in this life. And
Wow.
by
That's awesome.
the way that you can help her is just to understand her and just support her in everything that she's doing and ask questions. Ask the question, why is that? Why is that? And
Okay.
she might not know why, or she can, or you can say, let me just ask the records what they think. Um, yeah, a lot of encouragement, words of affirmation. She's
Okay.
she's the she needs words to,
Hmm.
they go to her heart. So she believes, dissects everything in conversations and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Does this resonate with you? I don't know how
Hmm.
well. Okay.
It does. Yeah.
Uh, and and so it's really important for her and for you to really just listen, like
Okay.
she's the only one on the planet talking, and you need to really like, and it's so important, even if it's like,
Okay.
something silly to us, like, wow, that's really insightful, Olivia. Like that's
Okay.
really, like, just make her feel like she's the queen because she has had so much anxiety and loneliness in her past lives,
Hmm.
especially the last two, that have brought her to realize that she needs a lot of love. And
Okay.
yeah, she's confident too, which is funny.
She is. Yeah, she is. I know.
A lot of kids and adults too, when they go through some sort of traumatic loneliness and in other lifetimes, they really come in just feeling not confident at
She's
all.
very sure of herself. She doesn't, and you can't make her do anything. If she doesn't want to do something, there's no peer pressure. She knows who she is and what she likes and doesn't like, and that's it.
She's taken her power back.
Yeah.
She yeah, they said she already took her power back. Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps when I said that. Yeah, it's just it's really like her to like inspiring other women. She's going to be very much about the women, like very much about,
She's all about girl power.
yeah. Oh my
She
god,
really
I see
is.
that.
She always says that. Yeah.
I can see it in the records too, and like she's really like putting her foot down, like, you are not going to be like this. I am going to be your advocate. We're going to do this together, not letting other people be alone.
That's cool.
Yeah, she has
That's
a
cool.
purpose, a lot of purposes. So
That's
I hope that
cool.
helps. I hope that answers.
It does. Yeah, yeah, it does. It just kind of validates too, because we always thought there was something deeper with her, but obviously we don't know. We don't have the abilities that you have to like look and see. But yeah, we always knew there was something because this life, not she's never gone through anything to have this much fear and anxiety and be our family calls her, says she's so special, which I hate because I feel like it's like a negative term being used negatively.
Yeah.
She just has big feelings and doesn't know how to express them, or so we've struggled with, more so me. It bothers me more because I'm her mom, I guess. So it kind of hits us differently, but
Yeah. And
Yeah, so it makes sense.
the thing is that you, as her mother, um, you lost her to jail. You in
Okay.
your in that life.
Yeah, in that life.
So you may feel like you don't want to be away from her either. So
Hmm.
you guys have this like, this life we're going to be together, and I'm going to love you through everything, and I'm never going to leave you. And I don't see her ever like really. I mean, she's just got a loud, like she's going to get loud in this life, and
Okay.
she's going to stand up for a lot of people. So I
Oh,
just
that's so cool.
I would be shocked if she didn't. So she's gonna. I mean, even it comes down to like the people that she choose, like the people that she chooses as for relationships, like romantic relationships. She's going to be like, let's see. It's like an interview, like,
Hmm.
let's see.
Nope.
She's gonna be very picky about it, and I would be surprised. Like, I mean, if she didn't, wasn't like that, but um, she is special, and so
She is.
and I,
She is special.
we're not in her records, and I don't normally do, read Akashic records for people under 18. But since you're her mom, I can access her through you, so that's
Okay.
how we're doing it. Any other questions do you want to ask about?
Um,
You have another child too, right?
I do. Yeah.
Are you interested in knowing about
Yeah, can we?
her too? Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you tell me her name? Is it Isabella?
Isabella.
Yeah. I mean, because right away, I wanted to ask you about that because all I kept seeing around her was books. So
Okay.
she, as much as she resists it, she wants it. Like she wants the knowledge, but the academic part can be like, like, like
Yeah.
it's almost a little tougher for her. It takes her a little longer.
Hmm.
But she wants the knowledge. So she's just like an information sponge,
Hmm.
wants all of it, and she gets it like so much intuitively. Then like Olivia, I see very like booky, like like really researching, doing all this stuff, and Isabella, it's like gets information intuitively,
Okay.
spiritually. She's gonna really go there. So
Okay.
um she's gonna go to a place of, I mean, huge curiosity, and like
Okay.
almost like a wondrous, like, I'm gonna just see what's out there, and I want to do everything. Like I want to experience life and like feel everything.
She does.
She's your
Yeah.
feeler. Yeah, she's really
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's super artsy too. Like if you can get her into any kind of like artsy stuff,
Okay.
I know she does dance. It's a way of her like actually expressing herself, but also
Hmm.
um there's stuff that she has to do that's artsy, that when she's alone.
Okay.
So anything that she can do to get that energy out, that's gonna just, it's gonna satisfy her soul. Like she doesn't
Okay.
go like to a bunch of therapists or anything. Not saying that therapy is bad or anything.
Right, right, right.
It's good for them, but it's like she needs to express herself and feel it and get it out of her body, like move her body,
Move her body.
get that energy out more.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's perfect you have her in dance. When she, why am I seeing this? Okay, so I'm just gonna say it. So there's something about being a teacher too, like a teacher of yoga or a teacher of dance or a teacher of like making her way up. Does it make sense?
Yeah, she just said she wants to own her own studio.
Oh my gosh.
I know. That's so crazy.
She's so wonderful. Oh my God, that's so great. That she's gonna she doesn't rush into things though. She's really
No.
like she's gonna take her time and get all the knowledge and information that she can so that she can do that.
Hmm.
Whatever
Okay.
it is. But um I wouldn't be surprised if she does do that, but also there's another thing with her body that she might be doing. It might be yoga. I see a lot of
Okay.
stretching and like flexibility. So she
Okay.
might just get certified like later on in her life to feel that flexibility and to be able to continue it. Um, yeah, that seems right. I don't see her moving too far away from you.
Okay, good, because we tell her not to.
Oh, I don't know.
Olivia says she wants to, she's never going to leave us and she's going to have a baby but not have a husband. And Izzy says as soon as she turns 18, she wants to move away and travel the world and So it's so funny that you say that.
She might get her jiggles out, like going, across the water and going abroad and stuff. But I see her like a boomerang, like she's coming back and coming back. So
Good.
it's her free
Good.
will again,
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. Anything else before we? Oh, we have 10
No,
more minutes. So,
um I
any
don't know.
pressing
Huh.
issues or anything?
No, like you, I've had lots of questions about my career and just the repetitiveness and me not feeling like myself or being the version of myself that I want to be and at this point in my life. And so I'm glad you talked about that before I even said anything because
Oh,
it just validates how I'm feeling, and to take those different paths. And
yeah. You're
I wasn't even expecting you to say my grandma either, so that was really nice.
Yeah, she's sort of playing a spirit guide to her family right now. So she's making her rounds, she said. So
Oh, good.
um so I normally don't see auras.
Okay.
But I see there's like a lot of green around you. I don't know, maybe you can look that up. I'm not an
Okay.
expert on auras, but typically if I like think about green, it's like heart centered, healing, abundance,
Okay.
and so it just feels very loving to me. Um, so that's nice. And you didn't talk about your relationship, but do you want to? I feel like it's good.
Sure.
I feel like,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I just, we want to get all the bases. I don't want you to hang up and be like, you know what, I first should have asked that question. um, so you and your husband, um, that, it's interesting. You're the perfect match for each other. You
Oh,
give him a space and he gives you your space and he allows you to talk and you talk too. And it's just like, it's like you're his safety net. He's yours. Like there is going to be a time, and the guides are really, and your grandma's, yeah, she's like so sweet. She says too that, this is a wonderful time to stand by each other, but you're going to get closer later too, more than you
okay.
were before you had kids.
Okay.
There's going to be a time here, like they're calling it like a sacred time. This is right now with you and your children, and he's there like by your side.
Hmm.
But when they start to grow up, it feels like you guys go like, oh
That's
hello,
good. Yeah.
and that happens with a lot of couples. But a lot of couples, you're almost like, wait, do we even like each other anymore? You know how that can go.
Right.
But it
Yeah.
does feel like they go whoop, like you guys go whoop together, like, hi, oh, let's get to know each other again. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great. you know, and that
Oh.
feels very like deep and loving, and just like, you wrap your arms around each other and you get it. You get him, he gets you. Like it
Hmm.
feels very safe and loving. Safety is what I
Oh,
want to
good.
say, like that
Yeah,
word
yes.
that would be you guys.
Oh, that's good. I'm not mad at that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. We always talk about that. We can't wait till the kids. No, obviously we can wait, but we look forward to when it's just us, and
Yeah.
us to be able to have time together and all of that because life is so busy
Yeah, it really
right now.
it passes us by, doesn't it? And life is so
Hmm.
short. And that's coming from your grandpa too. He's like so short. And we learn so much in such a small amount of time, don't we? Yeah. It's like,
We do.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So well, if there's nothing else, and I'll go ahead and close the records if you feel complete.
Okay.
Do you feel
I
complete?
do, Tina. This was great. It was my first time. I've never done anything like this before, and I think that's why I didn't know what questions to ask
Oh,
but
yeah.
I love you and I appreciate you so much for doing this. You really brought some, I don't know, ease to me. I feel at ease and like peace. And
Oh,
so thank you for that.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Well, I
Yeah.
can't take all the credit for it, but the records, they help me, and I'm just sort of like the medium between everybody. But I want to thank all of your family, your ancestors, and any kind of past lives that come through today, for you and your loved ones. And And we're just going to ask that you're continue to heal always from the inside and the outside in this life, any past life or any future incarnations, and that you stay grounded and just remember who you are. You're just so powerful, and you just need to access that piece of you, and then you're just going to be unstoppable. So
That's so awesome. Thank you, Tina.
welcome. So thank you, everyone, and the records are now closed.
Close.
Yeah. You kind of feel yourself like coming down a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah. I hope you can work today. Just make
I know. I want to just call out now. I want to just not go back.
Yeah, just make sure you drink a lot of water. You're going to
Okay.
feel the records working in your life for the next few weeks. And if you have any questions, of course, just give me a ring. So,
I will. Thank you so
okay,
much, Tina. I appreciate you.
of course, I
All right.
appreciate you too. All right, bye.
Bye.